Hi, my name is Lee Graves, and your student is enrolled in my AP Physics 1 class for this year at Santiago High School. And I want to use this time to give you some information about the way the class will be structured and give you some tips and hints to help your students succeed in my class. Okay, so I operate with what's called the flipped classroom model. And in this class, what's going to happen is the students for homework are going to get a video to watch. Video will be about 15 to 30 minutes long. It will be in a Google form, and I'll show you an example of that momentarily. They will get a link to this when they sign up for my remind text. I send out a text when the texts are needed and when the video assessments are going to be assigned. Um, and they will be required to watch it, answer the questions that are associated with the assessment, and they need to be, when they do the video assessments, they need to pass it with a score of 80% or higher. They can attempt it multiple times, but they need to pass them with 80% or higher before they can take the exam for that particular unit. And the number of videos range from 3 or 4 to 6 or 7, depending on the length of the unit. Let me show you an example of one of the videos from the website. If you go to this website, this will give you the links for my videos if they don't get the video assessment sent to them via a remind text. So this is the video assessments page on my class website. And as you can see, they have, right now it has the Unit 1 videos. More videos will be added as we get into more units. So if we click on one of these video assessments, it takes you to the video assessment form. And on this form, basic portions, it gives them the sections out of the textbook that they can read for more information. That I encourage them to read the textbook as well, along with watching the videos. So here's the video piece, and they will watch this and listen to it. Below the video are multiple choice questions based on the information from the reading and the video. And they need to go through the questions, answer the questions to the best of their ability. And at the very bottom of all the assessments is a place for them to write questions. Okay. And then what happens is they hit submit, they get their score, and if they get 80% or more, they're essentially done with the assessment. If they got less than 80%, it'll show them which ones they got wrong, and they can go back and relearn that information and attempt the assessment again. And then what happens is the next day in class, after this is assigned, we go over the results, talk about the most commonly missed questions, give them some, answer these questions that they asked from the bottom of the form, really look at what they did not totally understand from the video beforehand. Okay, so this will be the main part of their homework that they'll be doing at night, and along with possibly some lab write-ups and things. Okay, so the bulk of their traditional homework is going to be done in class because they're going to be working with others to solve problems and figure out the content. Now, there are more practice opportunities that will be available to them that they can do outside. There are very good end of chapter review questions at the end of the chapters, which are good practice. Those will not be assigned. And the students will be getting other information to help them practice outside of class if they so choose. Okay. So their main homework will be watching the videos and doing the formative assessments based on the videos and their readings. They are highly encouraged, and I really stress it, to take notes on the videos to help them study. All right, so what are they going to do at school? As I mentioned, the first thing they're going to do typically is we're going to discuss the results of the video. Answer questions, see what they got wrong, discuss the most commonly missed items. Then the rest of the time is going to be theirs to work. There's going to be a lot of lab activities, a lot of in-class activities. This also gives a lot of time to prepare for the AP exam, talk about the structure of the test, and help them prepare for the exam. All right, so kind of a traditional versus flipped classroom. So traditional, it's you get the information first and then go home. or possibly maybe do a little bit of reading, come in, and then most of the homework's done at home. The practice stuff is done at home with a little bit of done in room. This time we flip it. We do the complete opposite. They learn the basic information at home and are exposed to the basic information at home. And when they come to the school, come to class, we have discussions based on what they came prepared to read, and what they saw in the video and what they answered on the assessments. So I can see where they're at, and we can have conversations about what they got and what they learned. So if you don't have internet at home, we can make that work. Okay, I need to know that, and we can make that work. So how can you help as parents with this? Because it's a little different than what your students are used to. They might have watched videos for classes before, but this is going to be a little different when they have the formative assessments that they're going to be doing. So the first thing that we wanted to do is actually watch the videos and focus on them, not to do a multitasking with it, but actually watch it and listen to it and take notes and see if it all makes sense, because that's going to help them later on. Really encourage them to watch it, and if they don't understand something, rewatch it. That's the beauty of this. It's not like a lecture where you have to hope that you get what the instructor said initially. You can rewind and listen to it again. And you can have access to these videos. In fact, I encourage you, if you want to be part of the Remind texts, you can sign up. So you can kind of know what's going on too, and possibly help and answer some questions. Okay. So the best way for your students to succeed is for them to actually watch the videos for understanding, not just to go through the motions, but to really listen and make sure that they understand what they're reading or seeing. And if they do read the textbook, they understand what they're reading. The videos are kind of a small part of the process. The biggest part is participating in the class, where they're going to learn what's going on. They're going to better understand what's going on. They're going to be able to ask questions about what's going on. And the biggest thing with this, as when all classes, is to ask questions. Okay, they need to ask questions. They can text me on the Remind piece. They can email me. They can put on the question form at the very end of the formative assessment. Really, the goal of them is to have that support, that they're coming in with that information with them before they come in. And then we can go on from what they don't know and move forward that way. Useful resources. Again, if you want to be part of my text service, the Remind text, you text @Graves APP1 to this phone number. This is the course website where the video assessments are found. Also, more practice will be found at the AP student website. When they log into College Board, they should have a username and password already if they've taken another AP class. And I'm going to give all the students a join code in class, so they know which class to join for their particular period. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact me. This is my email address and phone number. Also, if you sign up for the Remind text, you can text me that way. I look forward to working with your students. And again, Remind texts are good. And I thank you for your time. You should have a form that your students brought home for you to fill out for review of this, and I look forward to chatting with you in the future about your students' success. Thank you very much.